Hi, I'm Randy Moore. I'm a teacher at St. Louis Park Middle School. I'm a band teacher. I also work with students with our homeroom program, and I've been involved in the community project this entire year. My homeroom students are involved in it. I also have an enrichment group that we refer to as an RTI group that is involved in it. And the project that our students have been involved in is self-directed. They get to choose what their passions are. They determine what's important to them, and I think that's one of the reasons why the community project is a valuable thing, because it's not a teacher telling the student what they should care about. The student lets us know what passions they have, and then the student, through the course of the project, determines how they're going to try to make a difference. So we use words like action, direct action or indirect action, or advocacy. How can they make a difference? By influencing people or by actually changing something, doing something more directly? So our students get to choose that action also. We don't tell them they have to do a direct action or an advocacy action. So they have a lot of student choice. So we're trying to get them to act on what their passions are. And this program, Community Project, allows a system that we can help them through this process develop those competencies and those skills to actually make a difference. Um, they also obviously, along with that, develop some of the lingo approaches to learning. So they're developing some of their research skills. They're developing their communication skills with other kids. A lot of our kids this year worked in groups of three. So they had did some collaboration, and they developed that awareness of what their strengths are in a small group and what their weaknesses are. And we wanted them to validate that and understand that there's going to be obstacles. We use the word obstacles a lot. We talked about how what we think we're going to be able to do doesn't always work out. And just because there's a stop in the plan doesn't mean the plan stops. You have to work yourself around that. And that's a valuable experience for kids too, to know that if something doesn't work out, it doesn't mean it's a disaster. You just figure out a way to get around it. Um, Also, with that concept of persistence, not giving up is an important skill for kids to have. And with this community project, they allowed themselves the chance to think outside the box, to think of, oh, if we can't do it this way, maybe we can do it that way. Or if it isn't exactly what we envisioned at the beginning, it doesn't mean it's a disaster, because we can change what our action was. Because we want them to think that they can make a difference. We also want the kids to think that if there's a long-term um, plan too, that just because they give their presentation doesn't mean that's the end of their passion. The presentation is the end of the formalized work they've done, but we also want the kids to think in terms of what can still be done to keep that passion, that flame alive. So I think a lot of our students are very active in what their passions are, and our job now is to try to convince them that they can make a difference. And that's where the strength is to let the kids, give them some empowerment. They can make a difference. Thanks.